The imagination of participants can be encouraged by using the inventing games process of the Teaching Games for Understanding model. You may recall the Teaching Games for Understanding model from the instructional video for the Understanding Education Strategy. In step 1 of this process, a game is established as a starting point and a democratic discussion process is initiated. Leaders ensure that each participant's voice is both respected and heard throughout the process. For example, leaders may set a boundary that all participants in the group must all agree before moving on to the next step of the process. The game presented by the leader in this video is called Tossing Circle. This is a cooperative game where each group is trying to toss the ball as many times as they can without dropping it. At first, the participants experience the game as presented by the leader, so they can discuss what they like and do not like. In step 2, the first version of the game is defined by the participants, and then they have the opportunity to discuss what they like and do not like about the game in order to define and refine the skills and strategies of the game. In this example, the participants discuss appropriate modifications in order to make the game more challenging and enjoyable. At first, participants are encouraged only to introduce 1 or 2 modifications. This enables them to evaluate what the appropriate modifications of the game should be. Participants are allowed to modify the game structure by changing its rules, skills, and even the equipment. Leaders ensure that everyone in the group agrees on the modifications in order to ensure democratic decision-making. In step 3, participants refine the game with another round of discussion, encouraging everyone's creative ideas and opinions. Participants have an opportunity to make another round of modifications based on what they experienced during their first adjustments. By introducing more new ideas, the games will become even more different than the one initially presented by the leader. After discussing the new modifications, participants have the opportunity to play their newly invented game. In step 4, participants define coaches and officials to support the development of the game. This step may not be necessary in every process. However, for more elaborate games, participants should be encouraged to establish coaches and officials to support participants that might need assistance with a game that they have not experienced before. In step 5, participants showcase their game to the rest of the group, and everyone has the opportunity to experience each game while also learning about new ideas and modifications. After learning the game of another group, the whole group will have an opportunity to provide their contribution to the game by suggesting new modifications or sharing what they liked or did not like about the newly invented game. The last step of the process is the final round of discussions to refine the skills and strategies of each game, receiving everyone's ideas. Participants are provided with an opportunity to modify their game one last time after hearing their peers' opinions. Participants will once again discuss if it would be appropriate to modify the game and play a final version. By encouraging participants to use their imaginations with this process, creativity is promoted in a democratic atmosphere. This process illustrates how the development of the participants' creativity is at the center of the process.